wins. 10 wins. First time since 2018. It's been a bit, but the Chicago Bears are on their way to push for a playoff spot. I think one more, and you pretty much got it locked up, guys. One more, we pretty much got it locked up. What about this game, Justin? What about this game? 31-3.
So, to me, I'm going to jump to the end of we give game balls. I don't know what the coaches are going to do, but I'm giving one to Ben Johnson, Hightower, Dennis Allen, Declan Doyle. They had the team ready in every phase. I mean, you had to just come out and dominate, and that's what they did. Saying that this would be a trap game, knowing how much is on the line, this is a team that every week says we're going to go 1-0, and they lock in, and it looked that way on the field. But, Bob, you had an even better view. So what did you think?
That's right. So I was fortunate enough to go to the game today. I braved the cold. Like, it was with the layers, with the beer, with the whiskey. It was totally fine. Had a great time. We had a beautiful view down the goal line of the south end zone. So, down the early end zone, you could see so much. But from my point of view, what I saw was DeAndre Swift running hard. DeAndre Swift might not have had that many yards in total, but it looked like every time he touched the ball, he was almost about to break it. So that was awesome to see. We also saw maybe the worst missed field goal in NFL history with Cairo Santos. It was really, really ugly from our point of view. But at the end of the day, the Bears did what they needed to do. They had to win this game with what's else going on with the Packers and the Lions this week in the 325 window. The Bears won this game handily. They did what they had to do, and it was just so much fun to see it.
Inquiring minds are going to want to know, though, how long did the pigeons stay on that field before getting pushed off? Because they seem to be there.
It was a thing, man. So we showed up kind of late. We had some issues with our Uber driver. But when we got there, we got to the game after it had already started, and there were 6-7 pigeons just chilling at the 50-yard line. Like, I don't know what was going on with that, but absolutely 100% pigeons were part of the game. I don't know what that was.
That won't happen in Arlington.
That will not happen in Arlington. I mean,
as much fun as we had in sub-zero temperatures, it was a great time. Thanks to my buddy Mike for taking us out there. But yeah, Arlington Heights is a different story than what happened today. 100%.
Hey, bear weather. I'm completely against it. I think it's a bunch of malarkey, a bunch of nonsense. But the Bears came out and they were the team that wanted to push Cleveland around. I mean, outside of Myles Garrett, Cleveland really did nothing. So yeah, I applaud you though for going there, Bob, and actually, being out in the cold, because I'll tell you, it was a lot easier to watch in my nice warm house.
I mean, hey, we had a great time. We had a great time. We did everything we had to do, layered up, liquored up, like we had a great time. So with that, what I want to say to Halas Huddlers, go Bears. This is where we need to be. Let's do it for the Rams. Let's do it for the Broncos, and go Bears. That's what we got to do. But I'm gonna peace out, boys. All right.
All right.
See you, Bob.
Close up, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Ooh. Well, the reason I wanted to give it game balls to the coaching staff is there's so many players that you could give it to. It was just an all-around good performance. Now, I did think the offense started slow, and the special teams, which they've made some highlight plays this season, but they've overall not been that special. Right off the bat, did an amazing return, put the offense in great position, didn't capitalize. Had to punt, pinned them at the 1 with a great play. That punt return brought it back again to the 50. And finally, the offense clicked in, because you can't have domination and the scoreboard doesn't match. We've seen that story with the Bears too many times. And I don't care who's on your schedule. Like, it's a 1-0 mentality every week. And today they came out and just dominated. I'm glad at the end they held them off the scoreboard.
Yes.
I mean, this very well could have been a shutout, but to go 31-3, that looked nice.
Yeah, happy birthday, Austin Booker. Came away with 2 sacks. I did call that on Twitter before the game even started. So congrats to Austin Booker on doing that, on a way to end the game. But it could have went many different ways, right? It was only 14-0. They, left 3 points there with the missed field goal in the first half. There's still a lot that was left out on the field. And just the way that they were able to just like finally decide, okay, we're going to put this away. Because that was what was bothering me, right? Like it just felt like Cleveland was hanging around, making some really dumb mistakes in certain ways. But the team itself, like you said it, you want to give a lot of credit to Ben Johnson and this coaching staff. I don't think a trap game is ever going to exist under Ben Johnson. Just the way that he is laser focused and goes from week to week, I don't think he's ever going to let a team look beyond the team that they're playing in that upcoming week. It just doesn't seem like that's his style.
So the micro focus of this season is so exciting because they're in it. I mean, depending on how things go, the 1 seed is in play. Winning the NFC North is in play. But big picture, what you just said about Ben Johnson and what we've been saying all along about Caleb Williams, like the best predictor of if you're a contender, and I'm talking going into any season and going into any game, is coaching and having that dude at quarterback. And you'd have to give Caleb Williams a game ball, how he played today. There was a DJ Moore connection. One of the only things I could say that's negative, not trying to even sound negative at all, they thought, hey, Roma Dunze is healthy. He ends up being a scratch during warmups. And as well as Luther Burden played, he went out injured. So, these conditions are not for anyone. I'm all for a dome in Arlington. I don't care about bare weather. That's nobody's weather. Nobody likes being out there and what they were in. Now, it's good they dominated, but who knows the severity of the Burden injury and if trying to bring Odunze back is going to hurt him moving forward in a very big game, obviously, next week against the Packers.
Yeah, you have to wonder too, like with the medical staff. I don't want to be like negative during this like win, but now you gotta start looking at things in order to put this team in a position to take on the best teams in the NFL and maybe make a Super Bowl run. Like I've been saying all year, this isn't a Super Bowl team, and I know this was the Browns, but the Browns have a damn good defense, right? Like a damn good defense. Like they were top 3 in passing yards allowed going into this game. I think they were 17th against the run. Myles Garrett is on the way to potentially break the Michael Strahan sack record. Like they have a good defense, but you have to wonder with the way that the medical staff has handled the Kyler Gordon situation, right? Like, and then he comes back and then he injures himself in pregame and then he isn't able to play. Now he's back on IR. Now the Roma Dunze situation, you're leaving, especially going to a game like this, you're leaving a player off your active roster for the day by attempting to do those things. So like, should he have even been cleared? Maybe they felt comfortable not having that one extra guy, and this was just their way to make Cleveland think Rome was playing. Like, I don't know if like those are the mind games going on, but it just seems like the medical staff is not doing a good enough job with all these little soft tissue injuries that keep happening. I don't know. Like,
it, Rob. Go for it. Soft tissue issues.
Soft tissue issues. Yes.
Tongue twisters here on the Halas Huddle.
That's right.
Like, subscribe, comment your favorite tongue twisters.
That's right. But hey, let's go positive. If you are happy and excited that the Bears won this game, hit double digits. They are now have the amount of wins that we on this podcast predicted for the season. Not me, but Justin and the collective. We had them at 10-6 on the year. 10-7. I'm sorry, 17 games now. 10-7 on the year. They're already at 10. Right. Next week is going to be a big game. Green Bay is currently winning right now 3-0. I think the Detroit Lions are winning 7-0. If that game's still at the same score. Tied up. There we go. Okay, so the Rams there, that's a big game, right? Like, do you want the Rams to win that game and hold that number 1 seed? Do you want Chicago to try to get that back? Do you want Detroit to just potentially just push themselves out of the playoffs? I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at it. I think the Bears just need to be focused on their play or their teams that they're playing each week and do what they need to do, and that's going to be what needs to happen. By the way, I also just want to let Bob know, because obviously he wasn't watching from home. Hard to track how many yards, but DeAndre Swift had 2 shy of 100, so 98. Not a bad day for him.
And that field goal nicked the upright. Like it came off his foot bad, and I mean, I just haven't been that impressed with some of his kicks, but it couldn't be worse ever.
But from probably from where his perspective was, it probably looked a lot worse.
But that's a short distance.
35-yarder. Like, you shouldn't be missing that from that range. But to your point, outside of Cairo Santos, the special teams units were phenomenal today. phenomenal. And that's not something, to me, it was their best game all year.
I think so. And that includes a game-winning field goal block and another punt return in a game that set them up for a comeback victory. But all in all, consistent, better kick coverage than we've seen lately. Not much to frown about. And I know people keep looking ahead to the schedule. If you keep with this 1-0 approach, no team is looking at, oh, we have the Bears. That's good for us. I mean, the Bears are out there doing things with people, and it's great to see. Some of the stats they're throwing up on the screen haven't been done since 1985. That was a pretty good year, right? In terms of the turnovers. I mean, Jalen Johnson, he looked better today, had a beautiful pick. Oh, and you said you predicted something with Booker. I was the one calling for at least 2 interceptions of Shedeur, and they ended up with 3. So like I said, game balls all around. I don't know how many they're allowed to give, but here on the Halas Huddle, I don't think we're limited. So if you suited up today, pretty much everyone's getting one. Sorry, Rome. You know what? Give Rome one too.
I mean, did you see the outfit that he wore coming in? I mean, the way he dressed. You know, he had the afro going. It was fantastic. Definitely deserves a game ball.
There we go. So now, do we look ahead very briefly?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're bouncing back. That was one of the things that they said. They haven't played the Green Bay Packers this close, in proximity from game 1 to game 2. I think he said since 1985 on the broadcast. So that's one thing to be considerate of. I don't know, like the way that the Bears played against Green Bay a week ago, and now to turn around and the way that they played the Browns today, nothing about that game worries me. Like, even if they lose, nothing about that game worries me. I just feel like the way that Caleb plays, the way that this team is bought in, the way that the defense plays, they're always going to be in a situation where it feels like they can come back, right? Like, put themselves in position to win. Outside of the Baltimore game that ended up getting away from them late, outside of or early in the second half, and outside of the Detroit Lions game, like, I just don't see those things happening consistently with the way that this team is playing. You're not seeing the pre-snap penalties. Look, they lead the league in pre-snap penalties, but that has not been the case over the last few weeks, right? Like, you're seeing that now. Look, and the cadence worked. They got Myles Garrett early. I wish they ended up trying to do a free play. It everyone kind of just stalled. And
blow it dead, please, because he was coming at Caleb, and I don't think he had time to throw a deep ball.
Well,
and not take a big hit.
The way everyone stopped anyway, I don't think anyone would have been available.
True.
Right? But the completion percentage, look, he ended up at just over 60. People are going to focus on that again, right? Like, I know that the former scout guy that's out on social media who used to be a scout for the New York Jets, that's his thing. He actually threw a clip up during the game of Caleb Williams taking a sack, saying, like, he held the ball for 4 point some seconds. Dude, like, it was on the one where Kmet breaks open. And yes, Kmet was wide open.
That was a bad
Caleb was big play hunting. He never even looked Kmet's direction.
Yeah, but that was a third down where you just need to get the he was the only one that ran a short route. Just hit him then.
Right.
But real quick, you brought up outside of the Ravens and outside of the Detroit game. I just want to mention 2 things. With the Ravens, late in the game, it was still within reason, and late in the game, Caleb threw an uncharacteristic interception.
Yeah.
Today, he hit 1,000 career passes and now holds the NFL record for the fewest interceptions after 1,000 attempts. He only has 12 in his career, basically. So he protects the ball, and that's what kind of put that game away. And I'll go all the way back. I think this team is a different team than they were in week 2. Week 1, your whole offseason is to get ready for week 1. And week 2 is Ben Johnson in only his second game as a coach, his first road game against his rivals. Maybe he even got a little rattled in that situation. Because since then, I feel very confident in the preparation that this team is going to put in and come out every week. And yes, the schedule is tough, but 2 out of the next 3 are home games. I think in any given game, you feel good about where the Bears stack. So,
yeah, 100%.
And if they win out, they basically do hold their own destiny, possibly all the way to the 1 seed.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone compared Caleb Williams to Brett Favre on social media during the game, and I'm like,
he's a more controlled player.
The interceptions, maybe Brett Favre minus all the interceptions. I mean, and all the off the field crap, but like, and that's the point that he brought up too, was that, you know, he's not going to have the dick pics and he's not going to have the scandal with stealing people's money. But the interceptions is a big thing. Like, I've always been like, okay, well, Brett Favre's interception to touchdown ratio is like what, barely over 1. Like, Caleb Williams, to your point, like you just said, like the fewest in 1,000 passes. I mean, that's absolutely insane. I mean, I don't know how you look at this guy and think he's not the answer.
To be fair, he took the record from Jacoby Brissett, I believe. So it's not like, because if his career ends up just being what Jacoby Brissett is, that's not great for a number 1 pick overall. But to your point, it's not that he's just not throwing interceptions. He's got the touchdowns at a 3-to-1 ratio. He's getting there with everything. He's operating an offense that's got a winning formula. At the end of the day, I think this dude cares about winning more than any of his stats. But did you see that throw to DJ Moore in the back of the end zone? Like, who can do that? There's not many players.
At first, I thought it was intercepted.
There's not many that would think to try, and he did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I am curious, though, with Jacoby Brissett, did he get to those 1,000 passes consecutively, or was it broken up? And I feel like that kind of
game. I mean,
plays a part.
That's huge, too.
Yes. So. Yes. All right, so this upcoming week, we got the Green Bay Packers. Look, the rivalry is there. It's all over social media. They were just shouting F Green Bay at the Blackhawks game yesterday. I mean, it is hot and heavy here in Chicago. You got on social media, the Packers saying that, you know, we have the Packers in our heads. We're the ones always bringing it up. Like, we're not even playing them this week, and we're chanting at other games, F Green Bay. But it's a little bit different when you know you're playing them again the following week, right? Like, this isn't something that is like a month from now, 2 months from now. This is literally next week already. And
fans can look ahead. Players,
exactly.
But
also, it's always F Green Bay. Like, that is our mantra. Like, that's how it always has been. And they were like, oh, the little brother syndrome. Was that?
I said, even on leap day and a leap year?
Even on leap day. F Green Bay. Even on Christmas. F Green Bay. Flag Day. Whatever you want to throw out there. It's F Green Bay. All the way. All the time. There is not a single day that I have the word love in my vocabulary for Green Bay outside of talking about Jordan Love.
All right. That's the only time.
Only time.
And we bleep it out, so don't worry.
I got nothing else. I am just excited. This has been fantastic. Way to have a season go. I can't wait for this upcoming game. We got the 49ers after that.
Only 6 days. They play on Saturday night.
Saturday. That's right. That's right. Be ready. Be ready. So,
all right. That's it.
Next week. Hit us in the comment section. Let us know how you felt about this game. Hit those FGBs in the chat and the comments as well. Please subscribe if this is your first time here. Or if it's not your first time, but you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. You want to be here for all of this. Go Bears. Bear down. Claws up. Ready, break.